Hello everyone, this is Praveen Kumar and welcome to the Let's Classes. In the previous videos, we discussed about what is meant by cement and what is the basic history behind the cement and what are the different manufacturing methods, which means what is the wet method and what is the dry method, and similarly how the chemical composition has been formed while we are preparing the cement and what is meant by heat of hydration of cement, and similarly what is meant by the transition zone, and everything has been discussed in the previous session. So this is the brief things about the cement up to the introduction of cement, and now we are proceeding for the what are the different kinds of cements are been there, and which means what is the types, and similarly what are the different testing to be conducted for this cement, and these things will be proceeded in this video. The basic cement which we have is the Portland cement, and other than the Portland cement everything will be considered as non-Portland cement, and based upon the category and the properties of the cement types are classified into so many categories, which means the first and foremost thing is the Portland cement, which means the Portland cement again may be classified into three categories based upon their grade of cement, which means the grade which indicates the compressive strength of a particular cement mortar which we have been prepared. Basically we have three types of grades are been there, that is 33 grade, 43 grade and 53 grade. For each and every grade of concrete we have different IS code of preferences. So through these codes we can able to prefer and we can able to check what are the properties of these cement properties. And next one is the rapid hardening cement, similarly extra rapid hardening cement, and sulfate resisting cement of IS 12330. Portland slag cement IS 455 is the codal provision for slag cement. Next, quick setting cement. So the name itself indicates the setting time will be somewhat less for that quick setting cement. Super sulfated cement, so which means it resists the attack of sulfates. Low heat cement. Portland pozzolana cement, which will be indicated as part 1 for fly ash based and part 2 is for calcinated clay based properties of Portland pozzolana. Next one is the air entraining cement is one of the category, and next one is the colored cement, which we can easily observe the Birla white cement, and the name we have very well known about that. So that is one of the category of colored cement. Hydrophobic cement and masonry cement and expansive cement. Oil well cement belongs to IS 8229. Ready set cement. Concrete sleeper grade cement IRST 40. High alumina cement belongs to IS 6452, and very high strength cement. So these are the different kinds of cements that actually we are having, and besides this there are so many things are also been there, but the major types and categories of the cements are these are the one of the categories. Before going to discuss about the types and classification and brief introduction to each and every cement, we need to know a basic idea about the classification based on American Society of Testing Materials, that is ASTM classification. Among these the first one is type 1 for use in general concrete constructions where the special properties specified for type 2, 3, 4, 5 are not required, which means ordinary Portland cement, that is which is classified as type 1 as per the ASTM classification. Type 2 for use in general concrete construction exposed to moderate sulfate action or where moderate heat of hydration is required. So which means sulfate attack is generally been happening in one of the category of ocean underwater constructions or somewhere. Next, type 3 for use when high early strength is required, and type 4 for use when low heat of hydration is required, and that is the low heat cement as per the previous classification. For use when high sulfate resistance is required, which means in the previous classification it is sulfate resisting cement, and these are the one of the classifications based upon ASTM. And similarly, type IP, this consists of an intimate and uniform blend of Portland cement and fine pozzolanas in which the pozzolanas content is between 15 to 40% of the weight of total cement, and this is one of the kind of Portland pozzolana cement. So that is one of the category of ASTM, and the name indicated for this is type IP. Similarly, type 1A, 2A and 3A, and these are the types of 1, 2, 3 cements in which air entraining agents is interground, where air entrainment in concrete is desired. So air entraining concrete has been classified as likewise, and these are the one of the basic classifications that actually we have. So now we are proceeding for the explanation of each and every category. So the first one is ordinary Portland cement. Ordinary Portland cement is one of the most important type of cement, and all to discuss. Prior to 1987 there was only one grade of OPC which was governed, and after that it is again graded into 43 and 53 grades also. They are available now in market, as well as these are classified into different kinds of categories and based upon different kinds of IS codal provisions. So this is about the ordinary Portland cement. The next one is the rapid hardening cement. The name itself indicates rapid hardening. So the strength which gains in an earlier stage. This cement is similar to ordinary Portland cement. As the name indicates, it develops strength rapidly, and as such it may be more appropriate to call it as high early strength cement. So likewise, the rapid rate of development strength is attributed to high fineness of grading and higher C3S and lower C2S content. So this is why, because we are getting rapid hardening. This is only the one of the reason behind that. So higher C3S and lower C2S. A higher fineness of cement particles exposed to greater surface area of action of water, and also higher proportion of C3S result in quicker hydration. So more C3S will result in hydration, also will be in a quicker manner. So the entire amount of heat of hydration process will be in an earlier stage. While coming to the rapid hardening cement recommendations, the first one is in prefabricated concrete structures, and second one where formwork is required to be removed early or reused elsewhere, or for road repair works in cold weather concreting areas. So these are the few applications where we are preferring that rapid hardening cement. Next one is extra rapid hardening cement. Extra rapid hardening cement is obtained by intergrinding calcium chloride with rapid hardening Portland cement. With the previous one, if we add additionally calcium chloride, so it will be turned into extra rapid hardening cement. The normal addition of calcium chloride should not exceed 2% of weight of the rapid hardening cement. So while coming to the finishers within 20 minutes, so the setting time will be reduced to 20 minutes only. While coming to the strength, about 25% higher than the rapid hardening cement, 1 or 2 days, and 10 to 20% higher at 7 days. the gain strength will disappear within the age of 90 days and strength of hardening extra rapid hardening cement when compared with the ordinary Portland cement. So the next one is sulfate resisting cement, and this is one of the basic thing when compared with the normal ordinary Portland cement. Sulfate react both with the free calcium hydroxide in said cement. So the calcium sulfates within the hydrates of calcium aluminate to form calcium sulfoaluminates, the volume which is approximately 227% of volume of original aluminates. So aluminates will be more for this sulfate resisting cement. If we reduce the amount of C3A as well as C4AF, so this will comparatively known as sulfate resisting cement. Such cement with low C3A and comparatively low C4AF content is known as sulfate resisting cement. So lower the aluminates. While coming to the percentage of this C3A and C4AF, 2 times the C3A plus C4AF should not exceed 25%. So then only we may get the sulfate resisting nature for the cement. And similarly, while coming to the remedies or recommendations, this concrete may be used in marine conditions or in foundation basement in sulfate attacking areas. So the next one is Portland slag cement. So actually we are having a lot of waste products which are coming from steel making industries. So by using that waste product in our ordinary Portland cement up to some extent, we can able to reduce that waste production. So about 10% of the entire 79 million tons which are producing in India. While coming to the major advantage of this Portland slag cement, it reduces the hydration, refinement of pore structure, reduce the permeability, and similarly increased in resistance of chemical attack. And the next one is quick setting cement. So that quick setting cement indicates the set very early. The early setting properties is brought to reducing the gypsum content. So if we reduce the gypsum content in the manufacturing of cement, we can able to reduce the setting time also. So that is the quick setting cement. So next one is super sulfated cement. Super sulfated cement is manufactured by grinding together a mixture of 80 to 85% of granulated slag and 10 to 15% of hard bound gypsum and about 5% Portland cement clinkers. So that super sulfated cement, like high alumina cement, combines with more water and hydration than Portland cements. Wet curing for not less than 3 days after casting in essential, as the premature drying out result in the undesirable of powdery safer layer. So next one is the low heat cement. It is well known as the hydration of cement is an exothermic action which produces a large quantity of heat of hydration. So formation of cracks are only because of this heat of hydration. So that's why if we reduce that particular heat of hydration, then automatically we can able to reduce the crack content also. A low heat evolution is achieved by reducing the contents of C3S and C3A, which are components evolving with a more resulting in C2S. So if we increase the C2S, then automatically the reduction in C3S as well as C3A will automatically be happen. So finally we can able to reduce that particular heat of hydration. Then that heat of hydration reduces, so we can simply call it as low heat cement. So the next one is Portland pozzolana cement. So Portland pozzolana cement, so with the addition of Portland cement, we are going to add a little bit amount of pozzolana materials. So while increasing that pozzolana materials in clinker formations 10 to 25%, then automatically there are something which is developed in between that pozzolanas, so that early strength will be reduced And while coming to the calcium hydroxide plus pozzolan and water, it will result in CSH gel. So grading of PPC. Like the other Portland Portland cement, in the PPC also we are having different kinds of grades, which is 33 grade. And strength wise, the PPC is also good, as even 53 grade is also available. So many cement manufacturing have requested BAS for grading of PPC, just like grading of OPC. They have requested for the upper limits of fly ash content about 25% to 35%, and recently BAS has increased the fly ash content in PPC from 10 to 25% to 15 to 35%. So next one is air entraining cement. Air entraining cement is not covered by Indian standard as so far. The cement is made by mixing a small amount of an air entraining agents with ordinary Portland cement clinker formation at the time of grinding. And while coming to the air entraining agents, alkali salts of wooden resins, synthetic detergents, and calcium lignosulfides. So these are the one of the categories, as well as the calcium salts of glues and other proteins obtained in the ingredient of or in the treatment of animal hides. So these are the one of the category of air entraining cement, which is not covered by our IS standards. And colored cement or white cement. So Birla white cement is one of the basic well-known populated name for the white cement or colored cement. For the manufacturing of these cements, we are going to add a little bit amount of pigments to get some different kinds of colors like white, gray, red, or different kinds of colors. Only 5 to 10% of pigments are to be added while preparing the or manufacturing the cement. So by this we are going to get a colored cement, either it may be of different colors. So the next one is hydrophobic cement, and it may get by grinding ordinary Portland cement clinker with water repellent film forming substance such as oleic acid and stearic acid. The water repellent film formed around each grains of cement reduces the rate of deterioration of cement during the storage and transport under the unfavorable conditions. If we add a little bit amount of aggregates or fine aggregate, the coarse aggregate, then automatically the film will collapse and it will be converted into jelly formation. So next one is the masonry cement. So ordinary, like the name itself indicates, this cement is purely used for the masonry constructions. So ordinary cement mortar through good even compared to the lime mortar with respect to the strength and setting time is inferior to lime mortar with respect to the workability or relativity and shrinkage properties are somewhat extensibility. Masonry cement is a type of cement which is particularly made with such combination of materials which when we use for making mortar incorporates all the good properties of lime mortar and discards all not so ideal properties of cement mortar. So this is one of the kind of cement. So next one is expansive cement. So wherever we require to reduce the cracks, there we are using that expansive cement. So next one is IRST 40 special grade of concrete. So this is purely applicable for the preparation of railway sleepers. So next one is oil well cement. So if we are extracting a little bit amount of oil or a large amount of oil through the wells, so to make a casing, that casing has to be it has to be retained at the original position without any disturbance. So to make a contact between the rocks of a well as well as the casing, we are using that oil well cement. So next one is ready set cement. So accelerating the setting time hardness of concrete by using the admixtures is known as a ready set cement. So to accelerate the setting time and hardness of strength in an earlier stage, we are using that ready set cement. And next one is a high alumina cement. So high alumina cement is obtaining by fusing and sintering a mixture in suitable proportions of alumina and calcareous materials and grinding the result products in powder formation. So which means the raw materials used for the manufacturing of high alumina cements are limestone and bauxites. So in bauxite, in rich condition of alumina that we can able to observe. So that is how we are getting that high alumina cement. So next one is a refractory cement. So basically these refractory cements with a high alumina cement of making refractory cement with outstanding temperature in conjunction with aggregate having heat resisting properties. So the last one is the very high strength cement. In this, the first one is macro defect free cement. So in this, about 4 to 7% of one of the several water soluble polymers are being added. So because of this, to control the particle size distribution, so was also considered important for getting the greatest strength. So we can able to reduce the voids formation also. Next one, densely packed system. So the particles are being closed or arranged in a closer manner, so the voids are also been reduced in this kind of density packed system. So next one is pressure disinfection and warm pressing. So while using this system, we can able to reduce the voids by using some pressure densification system. Next one is the high early strength cement. So the name itself indicates the strength will attains in an earlier stage. Next one is the pyramid cement. This cement has been used for the airfield runways basically. So the next one is magnesium phosphate cement is the last one, MPC. Magnesium phosphate cement, an advantage advanced cementing material, gives very high strength early to the mortar or as well as concrete by developing Central Road Research Institutes. So these are the one of the categories of different kinds of cements. The next class we will discuss about what are the tests to be conducted on cement. Thank you.